G'day and welcome to this week's FriBat. Back after a couple of weeks away. Big weekend at Bathurst, or almost a week at Bathurst, and then my son's engagement party. So guess what? I'm off the grog for a little while. There was probably a little bit too much alcohol drunk at both events. So therefore I'm going to review one of these zero alc beers. Now my young fella and his mates all tell me the zero alcohol beers are all the rage at the moment. And you know, I'm an old bloke. I drink a beer because I like a little bit of beer buzz as well. But anyway, let's see what they're on about, and it'll probably do me good over the next few weeks to kick the alcohol just for a bit and see what this is all about. Didn't even introduce the beer then, did I? This week we're reviewing Better Beer's Zero Alcohol Beer. Funnily enough, one of my t-shirts, or actually one of my jumpers, I think, I've got the logo, "There's no such thing as bad beer, just better beer." Well, funnily enough, somebody has brought out a better beer. And this is the first that I'm trying. There is a number in their range, so I will actually review some more of their beers as I go. But because I'm off the grog for a little while, let's try the Better Beer Zero Alcohol Beer. This beer is less than 0.5% alcohol volume, so therefore it can be classed as a zero alcohol beer. It's perfect for when you're craving a cold one and you're taking one for the team as the designated driver, you're attempting dry July, or you're simply being sensible. I guess that's me. I'm simply being sensible at the moment. It's crisp, refreshing, and is the perfect beer for when you're not drinking beers. Well, happy Friday with a zero alcohol beer. Straight away, the carbonation is more like a soft drink. Not saying that's a bad thing. My mates and my son's mates tell me there are some really nice zero alcohol beers out there on the market. Sorry, Better Beer, yours is not one. It tastes like soda water. Carbonated water. It has very little flavour, very little taste. I think I'd actually rather drink a soft drink than that if I was designated driver in my group. Nope, sorry, Better Beer it ain't. Better Beer Zero Alcohol, that gets a 1 spanner out of 5 for me. That's a, yeah, no. Now we've got past that horrible excuse for a beer. Those that know me know that I really like lights, torches, anything that produces light. And finding decent work lights for in the garage, working on your car, working in the shed, etc. Is quite difficult. And the market has been flooded with these COB lights, and what a COB light is this long strip of LED rather than individual LEDs. This one I found on Amazon, of all places. It is made in China. I was watching a fellow YouTuber's videos the other day, and I thought, I really need some good magnetic COB lights for working on the car. And I have got others, but having a set that you can have some on recharge, because they generally don't last particularly long time on bright. These ones come in a 2-pack. They are nice and long. I have seen some, in fact one of my others has a joint here so that you can actually angle this. However, they do have a pivoting base on them with a magnetic holder on there. It's stainless, so it's not very magnetic, and they do have a variable brightness, and I won't shine that directly at the camera. And that is full brightness. Very lightsabery. One of my pet hates, and you'll know it, I've said it before, is that it comes with a micro USB charge port on them. Now these things are rubbish. They break really easily. The cables are flimsy. I much prefer the USB-C, which is the broader one, which is what most Android mobile phones now have, USB-C, and they are much better. And disappointingly, none of these COB light manufacturers seem to be using USB-C ports. So that's something that I just got to wear at the moment. In fact, the reason why I got these was because my other COB light, which has been very good, its micro USB port has failed, and I've actually got a USB-C port to change it to see if I can improve its design, but until then I bought this set. Now this was available, I bought this on Amazon. These are available as a 2-pack on Amazon at the moment for $62 plus $13 international postage, which is kind of weird. I think I paid $80 delivered, so $40 per light. It's not too bad. All right, what can we give you a few of the specs? They are quite bright, as you've seen. They're not exactly meant to stand up without being on a magnetic base. They do come with 2 charge cables. Again, stupid micro USB plugs. Avoid them when you can. Put them aside just a little bit. Alright, so specifications. These come with a 2400 milliampere hour lithium ion rechargeable battery. They have 4-level power indicator on the back. So you've got an indicator there giving you battery life left. Adjustable brightness ranging from 0 to 750 lumens. Yes, there are much brighter lights on the market, but these are good for getting into tight spaces. On the low setting, these will last for up to 20 hours, so handy for camping and whatever else like that. At low brightness, and about 3.5 hours at 100 brightness after a full charge. As I mentioned, the magnetic base has a magnetic force of more than 20 pounds, and the body of the work light can be rotated 360 degrees on that base and many different angles from that flat level surface. They also come with a handy hook on top, or a loop on top, so that you can actually hang them. Again, for camping and things like that, that would be particularly handy. All right, so what's my verdict on the 2-pack rechargeable COB work lights? Very nice. Let's talk value for money. For $80 odd delivered for the 2, it's not bad value. There are cheaper ones out there, but I was looking for a little bit better quality ones this time. Again, disappointingly, not coming with USB-C ports. Value for money, I'd think that's probably a 3.5 out of 5 beers. For functionality, they're bright. They seem to be well made out of ABS plastic. They are a fairly, dare I say, cheap throwaway type item. They do have an 18650 cell inside them, so they can be, when the battery starts going, you can do some maintenance to them. And as I said, my other COB light has a failed micro USB port, so I want to change that to USB-C. But again, it's a fiddly job. It's almost micro soldering, and sometimes time is worth a lot more than just going out and buying a couple of new lights. So for functionality, they'd be a 5 if they had USB-C ports. They don't, so I'm going to knock at least a star off for that. I'm going to say 3.5 beers out of 5 for functionality, purely because of the USB port situation. Could be a lot better. Come on, let's lift our game here and provide us with something robust. Overall, pretty happy. Glad I got some new lights for my work environment in my shed. Alrighty, thanks for your patience and letting me have a couple of weeks off to go and play with the boys at Bathurst and have a great time at my son's engagement party. We will be having some more car videos very soon. I've been saying that for a little while, but I've actually got some jobs in the shed that are happening, and the weather is going to be pretty crappy here in Tasmania for the next week or so, so I'll have to get into the shed and do some stuff, and I intend to record it as I go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next week. Thanks. Cheers.